What's going on, everyone? Yes, I got another one. The Kraton 8S. I have the Outcast 8S, so I had to get the Kraton 8S. We are here today for our first run with it. I got it last night. I did go through, put some ceramic coat on this. I did put some Gorilla / duct tape on the inside. I kind of gave up. I've seen other people do that. I did do it quite a bit on my Arrma Felony, and it did seem to strengthen it up, stiffen it up a little bit. Doesn't rattle around quite as much. But this is going to be the first test run. I am at a local park, and it does have quite a few spots to jump it, rip it around. Some dirt piles, some inclines, some declines. And yeah, so let's get into it. I'm going to be running on HRB 4S 6000 50C batteries. I do really like these batteries. I did a comparison between these, if you didn't see it, comparing them to the Hoovu 6000 120C batteries, and these were by far better. I will put a link in the video so you can check out that comparison as well. The results are quite shocking. But with that said, let's get into it. I still have it set up with the, well, not have it set up, it came set up with the DX3. I have not put it on my DX5 yet, so we're just going to run it like this, and we'll see how it goes. I am excited for this boy. It's so beautiful, I don't even know if I want to run it, because they never look as good after the first run. Oh, by the way, I did alter some of the settings in the ESC. I immediately increased the punch to level 5, and I believe I increased the brake rate. So we'll see what she does. And this thing is heavy. I did stiffen up the suspension a little bit as well. I'm interested to see how this compares to the Outcast 8S. The Outcast does not turn well. This actually seems like it might turn a little better, which is surprising. Definitely does not wheelie as well as the Outcast, which was given with the longer wheelbase. I believe the wheelbase on this is 2.5 inches, around there, 2.5 inches longer. So I do suspect that this will be obviously a lot more stable at higher speeds, a lot more stable in the air. Will not flip quite as good as the Outcast. That's just the physics of it. But yeah, we're still getting some wheelies. Definitely easier, I think, to hold the wheelies. And of course, everyone does seem to upgrade these Outcasts and Kratons to the Castle 2028 system. I am planning on doing that in the future, but I just bought 4 RC trucks in the past 2 months, so I'm gonna wait a little bit before I buy some more. But let's try some jumps while we're at it. Man, this thing is big. Give us the overview.
This is a 12-year-old, just custom made, based on a Losi XXL or the old Muggy. And we have a Castle 1520, old Mama Monster, 6S power. She's good for 40-ish. And yeah.
And she wheelies.
It does.
Show me.
Not the most beautiful, but
That's a bigger motor that's in the Kraton and something that weighs like what, 8, 9, 10 pounds?
there we go.
Wheelie monster. So this is the cool little spot that's got some jumps, things to climb on. Ooh, tree. I definitely feel like I need to up the brakes on this. I don't think I actually did now that I think about it. This is a lot of fun. It definitely handles a lot different. When people ask me, why do you need so many of everything, just like my airplanes, I had 14 at one point, they all fly different, and the cars all drive different. But if any of you watching have the Outcast 8S and this, I want to know your thoughts. What do you like better? Which one? Why do you like each one better? They definitely do feel a lot different just from the short time that I've been driving the Kraton. And I'm sure that's just from the wheelbase, basically. Everything else is pretty much the same on these two, but the wheelbase can play a big role in how it handles. But I'm interested to see what everyone else thinks. All right, we'll catch up with you in a little bit. So after that little bit of driving, it did occur to me that I never did increase the brake rate, so I'm going to do that now, because I definitely feel like it needs some more brakes. Check the motor, not too bad. ESC, not too bad. I don't have it set up to the DX5, so I don't know my battery voltage or the ESC temperature, but I do need to look up the ESC programming guide.
Try it again, and I'll hit the collar just to get rid of That's sort of weird. You can find a bait.
Good thing I turned that brake up. Oh my God.
Suck it back down with the wheels.
Definitely needs a big castle.
I think for most things, steering is probably
so dirty. Time to do some speed runs. I am gonna turn up the stabilization a little bit. The rubber on these tires is so soft. All right, everyone, we are back from our first run with the Kraton 8S. It was awesome. Unfortunately, my GoPro battery did die while I was quite a few yards away from the truck, so I didn't get some of the epic crashes, but I'm sure there'll be more of those to come. So what are my thoughts? Definitely feels a lot different than the Outcast. With the longer wheelbase, it handles a lot different. It seems to be more stable with speed. As far as the jumping and the crashes I had, I don't know what was going on with me tonight. I kept getting nervous and hitting the brake when I shouldn't, or hitting the gas when I should hit the brake. And this thing tumbled quite a bit. I crashed almost going full speed. I cartwheeled, shot about 5 feet up in the air, flipping. I did that a few too many times than I'd like to admit, but it seems to have held up well. I did notice that, I believe it was this wheel right here, was a little wobbly after one of the crashes. So I did already take a peek in there and see what the problem was, and I will show you in just a second. So after one of the crashes, I did notice that this piece right here, the hub, seemed a little wobbly. The space in between the ball and the hub was quite large. I could push it back and forth, and the camber of the wheel was quite different. I thought I had broke something. I had not really looked too closely at this piece until after, but once I got the wheel off, I did notice that there are hub nuts right here. And what was really odd about that is that these hub nuts were loose. I thought it was from the crash. I really don't know how a crash would cause it to get loose. The threads were not stripped. I do have a feeling that they were just loose, and through running it, they got looser and looser, and I didn't really look closely and notice until I actually crashed. If you look closer right in here, you can see there is a big hub nut. There's one on the top, one on the bottom. And so what I did is I took them out and I actually put Teflon tape around them. It was so loose that I was actually able to unscrew it with my fingers. And there was enough of it sticking out. So this was quite wobbly. And once I took them out, I wrapped some Teflon tape around it. I don't know if that's a good thing to do, a bad thing to do. I don't know if anyone's tried it, but it seemed like there was not enough friction to keep them in there well. So once I got some of the Teflon tape in there, they seemed to be held well. I got them pretty snug, backed them off a little bit just to allow some rotation, because obviously this is a moving part every time you turn. And it feels pretty solid now. I was happy to see that I did no major damage to this. And again, I can't stress that I did crash this pretty hard, not necessarily jumping, but after jumping and flipping, and it held up well. But that's about it for this video. There are going to be plenty more videos to come. Lots more videos of the Outcast 8S, the felony over there, and lots more stuff to come. So until next time, thank you for watching. Oh, and I do ask that you smash that like and subscribe to watch a lot more awesome videos. And if you don't like RC trucks, I don't know why you're watching this, but I do have a pretty sick motorcycle as well. So lots more videos on that to come. See you in the next one.